Hi gang, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to Rust Reality Recaps, where we cover all things 90 Day Fiancé, trash reality TV, and garbage human beings. We're starting Hunt for Love finally! This might invigorate some of our interest in 90 Day Fiancé again, because the new season has just gone downhill. Really can't be bothered.
Life's not fair, is it?
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna give this show a try. Hopefully, it doesn't devolve into a bunch of garbage like The Last Resort did. So, let's get started.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Okay, 90 Day Fiancé, Hunt for Love, let's do this. So I'm not gonna lie, you guys, it's been really tough trying to recap these shows. I had to really force myself to get through that last one, The Last Resort, and OG 90 Day. I'm literally only watching it because I'm invested at this point, but as you guys probably noticed, I can't be bothered to recap them anymore. So this season is my last attempt at giving you guys episode recaps, and if this doesn't go over well with the engagement and the views, I'm canning this whole concept and doing what I want. Which will still be 90 Day stuff, but just not consistent. It'll be when I want it. Okay. Hunt for Love begins. So we start off with Chantel. We're doing the introductions, of course. And Tiffany lost a lot of weight. She's looking really good. I'm so proud of her. We see Rob. We see Courtney. Looks like Usman's back. I really wasn't expecting to see Usman again. And believe me, the cast have a lot of opinions on what he's even doing here in the first place.
Awkward. So awkward.
So everybody is getting dressed up for a masquerade party, and it's so that we can all have a big reveal on who these people are.
Oh my God, I can't believe it!
A lot of them are 90 Day Fiancé cast members, and then there's some newbies in the gang. It seems like they weren't told what show they were on, because trust me, these people feel left out.
I love vertical video!
Nobody cares about you!
And I'm definitely trying to figure out who else is here from the 90 Day world.
You'd think that she'd be able to recognize Rob, but no, she's sitting there having a discussion with him, and she has no idea it's him.
Oh, this is awkward.
Tim shows up.
Hey, how's it going? What's going on? What's your vibe about? My vibe? I don't know. I'm trying to figure his mask out.
Ew, why is Tim here? Seriously, why is Tim here? And it's so funny how anyone wouldn't be able to recognize him with his, like, dopey eyes through the
I don't like to
mask.
stand around and mingle. I'm exhausted from it, actually. I saw you come in with your mask.
Thank you. Thank you.
It looked like a cat before, but now
It's a wolf.
it's a wolf.
Yeah.
She thought it was a cat, but it's a wolf. And she doesn't know it's Rob. How could she not recognize Rob's face? They know each other.
I mean, I'm just sitting on the couch next to Wolfman with the nice eyes, and so far, so good.
You know him, Chantel. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous.
So, you got kids?
No.
No kids?
No, just me. I live in an apartment with my puppies. I'm only 24.
You're 24? Holy.
Tim feels old. 24 is quite young, I'd say. So she realizes that she's about 20 years younger than him, and he does not feel happy about this. Tim's face was revealed. Big shock. For those of you who didn't know. We have Courtney arrive, and then Jennifer in the red dress. She's looking gorgeous. Jennifer is one of the hottest girls that's ever been on this show.
Why are you gay?
A little local, but I mean, that's the way it goes, isn't it? Ooh, oh my.
You sound like a gay.
She is so pretty. I mean, I don't understand how Tim couldn't be all up in that, because even I don't know what that guy's problem is. He's filled with excuses, by the way. Colty is really out of his element and super uncomfortable because he recognizes that everybody here is pretty attractive, and he feels
Get in my belly!
like he doesn't really fit in. He sticks out like a sore thumb. It'll be okay, Colty. Just keep drinking. That'll really help with your confidence, I'm sure. He says the chances of embarrassing himself are guaranteed, and that's probably his pitch that got him on the show in the first place. So Tiffany claims porn stash, which I think is so funny and typical. If you saw her ex-husband from South Africa, you would know that she kind of likes weird-looking dudes, so it's funny that she claimed porn stash immediately. But good for her. We got a lot of nobodies and newbies. So Courtney and Usman know each other. They've spent time together at one point in Turkey, but
I thought, like, wow, he's really cool. And then I thought, like, oh, could I date him?
Courtney, when she goes to approach Usman, he's pretending that he doesn't recognize her, and that makes her feel dumb.
After the trip, I wasn't sure how he felt about me. So now, I'm like, could this be fate bringing us back together?
No, it's TLC meddling for you, dear. So she feels dumb because Usman was pretending that he didn't know who she was, but I guess he was just playing it up for the cameras and pulling her leg. But I mean, come on, it's Courtney. She wasn't gonna figure that out, dude.
And actually, I'm just playing. I'm just joking with her.
So finally we get the dating coaches and the event coordinators to line everybody up and introduce themselves. And the big reveal happens.
Between the two of us, we have close to 2 decades of helping people like you build relationships and strengthen those relationships over time.
So they're not just gonna get, like, day drunk and fight all the time. There's gonna be activities and events planned. I mean, that's no surprise. The girl, the event coordinator with the big black mask, that was so extra and awesome. I loved that one. With just the one peacock feather sticking out. That's so me. That's so my style. So it's time for the big reveal, you guys. Dun dun dun. All the masks come off, and we're gonna find out who everybody is now. 2, 3, 1, let's do this. Oh my god. Why is Tim's face always like that? Tim's face when he saw Jennifer was so funny. Like, he is not happy to see that girl at all. I thought maybe they could be, like, amicable or friendly with each other.
No. No. No.
But nope. When I'm looking at him and I see his reaction, he looks like someone pushed him in the stomach.
You, honey. I love it. I'm here for it. So Rob's stoked to recognize some people.
But at the same time, I start to see this group of guys and girls who knew each other. It's about some TV show. And I'm really not sure of that group, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
The poor new cast members that have no idea what's going on. They don't know 90 Day Fiancé at all. What's going on? Did they know what they were signing up for?
Awkward.
So Tiffany's saying that she knows Rob's the pretty boy.
That's Soldier Boy. I don't know if any of the women here are excited, but so far I haven't seen any.
Everyone's getting so many good shots in at Usman chasing old women. So we get this girl, Elise, who looks really familiar to me, like she was on Hot or Not or some kind of other reality show. I just don't know which one. And her and Jennifer are the two girls that Rob has his sights on. He knows that Jennifer's also been on 90 Day Fiancé.
Like, I don't know, like, you think I should just try to, like, see where me and her happened the last time I talked to her?
So Tim asks Tiffany if it's a good idea to pull Jennifer aside and see if they're okay and where they stand. And while Jennifer is talking to this guy, Tim just shows up and interrupts.
The audacity!
Like, did he really do that? You can see on Jen's face, she's like, what are you doing here, you fucking gringo? And he makes it real awkward.
Everything and everything. I'm shocked to see you. I was last time we spoke, that was bad.
You can tell this guy is like, what is going on? Oh my god, this guy has a history with her? Like, what? Tim's saying he doesn't want bad blood, but he's the one who's starting it, it seems like.
The impudence!
But Jennifer can handle her own, we all know that. Wah, wah, wah. Too bad for you, Tim. I feel like Tim is going to try and sabotage her, but that's okay. Like, did he really just do that?
I know y'all having a conversation, so I don't want to interrupt you, but if my name was down each other's way, it'd be good.
Okay,
all right, cool.
Thank you.
How can you call her an ex when you guys were never even intimate? You online dated 6 years ago and you never hit
well,
it.
you know that's my ex that's here, right?
Hold up. Why'd y'all break up?
So Chantel makes this moment about her and Tim's like, huh?
I hate gold diggers that come to the United States for a green card.
Huh?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Tim clocks this right away and calls out Chantel about Pedro, asking if they're done and if she really thought they were soulmates. You can tell it's written all over her face. This is not something she's over. Next, we have Courtney and Usman sitting down, and Usman is apologizing and kissing up to her. He lets her know that he didn't mean it that way, and he did know who she was. He was just playing around, and they start flirting a little bit. He asks her if there's anybody here that she finds interesting, and she asks him the same. He says, I do like you. You know I like you already. And Courtney says that he's going to have to earn it.
You act like you didn't know me.
Oh my.
So you're gonna make up for it.
Chantel is eavesdropping, and she doesn't like this one bit. She thinks that Usman is a scammer and a piece of crap, and she wants him away from her friend.
What's wrong? We'll take you. You want to go out? Oh!
So Tiffany and Pornstash hit it off right away, which is awesome for her. Go get him, Tiffany. Good for you.
The singles didn't know each other, and that caught me off guard. I have no idea who any of these people are. But Tiffany has been sweeter than honey.
Pornstash has also clocked that there's some 90-day drama and history going on that they're not privy to, but him and Tiffany are doing well. We also have Rob and Elise. This gets heated fast. This girl basically throws himself at him. Rob, trying to be demure and coquettish for the camera, tries to say that they should take it slow, but no. She challenges him for a kiss.
Girl, I'm going to have to give it a minute.
Rob manipulates her into not being able to take the rejection, so she manipulates him further with her ass.
Ew.
Every single time someone sees me in a bikini, they see my ass, they're like, holy, you have a huge ass. I have a big butt for a white girl.
Okay.
Really? Come on, is that the best you can do?
Right now?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, I gotta stand up.
You don't want to kiss me? You don't want to see my ass? You want to see my ass?
Oh, hanging fruit. This is like ridiculousness. And they're on TV.
When I judge you, you will know it.
So we get this really awkward makeout scene. I would have censored it, but meh, you guys have to be traumatized too. Rob demands to see the ass after. And it really wasn't that special.
No, it's bad. It's real bad. It's like eating a hot circle of garbage.
I'm Tiffany sometimes, sorry. I hate to be all like old school or whatever, but she is doing the classic definition of serving the milk up so he doesn't have to buy the cat. When you're too easy, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are. If you're too easy, he's gonna lose interest. Guarantee after tonight, Rob is no longer going to be interested in this girl. And that's a damn shame. She did it to herself. Jennifer is smitten with this guy named Cole. He thinks she's beautiful, poised, elegant, all the things. Of course, she is.
You ugly.
And she did have her eyes on Rob, but when she saw him making out with that girl right away, it gave her the impression that he's a fuckboy, and she ain't wrong. So Usman approaches Chantel, and this does not go well.
Cole.
I'm always surprised to see me.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Tab. I was happy.
Always surprised to see me.
90-day people are recognizing each other and rejoicing and reconnecting. And I don't know if it's genuinely because she didn't recognize him or she's trolling him and playing dumb, but she pretends that she doesn't know him and he does not like it one bit. Usman's so mad. He's so bummed out. Like, what do you mean you don't know me? So when Usman drops Kimberly and Jamal's name...
Okay, so I might have seen some things on social media about you, but I've never met you, and I don't know what I mean. Like,
then she feigns like she has an idea of who he is through social media. This guy's a third wheel, and he's becoming really uncomfortable because he's picking up on the tension.
No, it's fine. No, I actually just wanted to. Like, I'll check out the rest of the party.
That is so awkward to watch.
So he pieces out. He bounces. This is really uncomfortable because he recognizes that they're kind of outsiders in this scenario and they don't know what's going on.
I'm outside of everything. It's a really weird dynamic. I can sense some tension between some of the people, some of the singles there, and I really don't know what's going on.
So Usman continues to ask Chantel why she is acting like this.
I don't understand why you two don't like each other. What happened?
Actually, Colt is the one that asks what the problem is. Chantel makes herself a victim.
I think she don't like me, but I don't hate anybody.
So I don't hate anybody, but you came up to me and you were like, I should know who you are. And I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Chantel, quit playing stupid. You know who he is. Stop with that face.
I don't know very many people with Discretion. I told you that I don't know anybody until I meet them in person. I've never met you in my life.
Stop gaslighting the man. You know goddamn well that you know who he is, and that's all he's trying to say.
I know you don't want to listen.
I don't blame you for not wanting to talk, because she's playing stupid, so you're not going to win. Oh my god. Usman's annoyed because he knows that Chantel knew who he is because she's been shit-talking him, and he wants to know why.
Because you were defensive towards me. You're like, I should know who you are, but I don't know you. I don't even know this man.
You are lying.
So he calls her out for being a liar, and I think that's great. Because Chantel, at your big old age, if you don't like him, you can tell him to his face instead of acting stupid.
Honestly, I don't trust him at all.
So tell him that. You're a grown-ass woman. Tell him you don't trust him and you
Courtney
think
is
he's a
my
scammer.
friend, and I know
Well, I'm not going to, ever. Even if there's a fire.
that she can be a little naive when it comes to dating. And if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck.
So you know who he is then. That's all he's trying to say. Man, I don't know. What do you guys think? I thought that was really annoying. Is she just being a troll or is she acting dumb? So Rob walks Elise back to the room. They make out. They don't hook up that night.
Oh my gosh, you guys have fun.
And Tiffany brings the girls plus Colt back to her room for a little gossip sesh because my girl is smart. I like Tiffany. But then the door knocks, and it's Usman and Tim. They want to be part of the gossip too, and Chantel is already sulking.
I want to hear about
She
all the
wants to
drama
know
everyone
all
else
the
is going
tea,
on.
but not be
And I wanted
involved.
to
She just
not
wants to
include
observe from the corner, and that's my girl. That's smart right there. That's how you get by.
And just off on corner of the building.
Smart girl. That's my girl. Smart. I like it.
Just be off on the corner of the building.
That's the way you gotta be. You know who else loves drama? Is Rob. Rob loves drama. He likes being involved in it too, though, not just observing. So Courtney asks Tim how he feels about his ex
I bought
being here.
and bought and bought. Like, I spent tons of money.
When you start sending money back,
But you know how it is. They make you feel like they're gonna not eat.
Tim is telling everyone what a gold digger that Jennifer is. And then he brings up Colt's interest. She's the girl who was wondering if people were into polyamory or not. So they're implying that she might be a bit of a freak like Colt. Because Colt, as you remember, had a really high sex drive. Like insanely high.
I'm not an nympho. I mean, I would say I'm a healthy sex drive. Yeah, 7 times a day, I would say.
Little Angela Davis mustache wearing ass motherfucker. Little Richard.
Get him! Burn! Tim makes a valid point, saying that if Colt was really having sex 7 times a day, that he would probably be in better shape. And I think that is a really astute point.
I have a very healthy sex drive. And from what I understand, it's better than Tim's. Better than Tim by a country mile.
Why would I probably agree that Colt's sex drive is probably healthier than Tim's? Because he would have banged Jennifer at least if he had been given the chance. So Tiffany claims porn stash guy, just so everybody knows. Everybody else is staking their claims. And we find out that before that awkward interaction between Usman and Chantel, he was telling Tim that he actually thought she was pretty.
I just had before he came here, he was like, yeah, Chantel's really pretty. I just had the way he approached me.
Poor Chantel's gonna make herself a victim.
Me, like a little aggressive.
How is he aggressive? You had an attitude with him, dum-dum.
To me, that was much more aggressive. You know, I was trying to let her know that I know you. And I was expecting her to say, oh yeah, I recognize you too. She said, no, she doesn't know me. She doesn't know where I come from. But I didn't recognize you.
She didn't recognize you. Way to make excuses till the cows come
but I was
home. Am I
introducing
right?
myself to you.
Or do you guys agree with her? Did she not recognize him? I don't trust her. She's always got these sulky, pouty little girl faces. She says she's going to protect her friend because she doesn't trust Usman, but at least she tells him to his face. And this is where Tiffany decides to shut everything down and kick everybody out so she can go to bed. Everybody's getting burns in on Usman going after
I don't
older
think the country
women.
culture really affects if you're a scammer or not. I think it's more of the fact that Usman prefers, older ladies, I guess,
Pimping himself out for PS5s.
Track record and it's old white ladies that give him PlayStations.
Got him!
Usman has a track record and it's old white ladies that give him PlayStations.
Colty climbing into bed naked with his cell phone, so here you guys go. If I had to see that, you have to see it too. Oh, why? So the next day, we get the events are speed dating with Swiss and flirting 101.
Can I call it hook up? I don't know. Just a kiss. You can tell me. Tell me it's just a
Usman and Rob meet up for breakfast and they're talking about the night prior. Rob says it was just a kiss and then Jennifer arrives. It doesn't take long before Usman brings up how Tim was shit-talking her the night prior. Jennifer indulges them in the truth.
And he stopped talking like 6 years ago, and he's clearly not over it.
I don't understand what Tim's problem was. They online dated 6 years ago, and they never even hooked up, and he has such a vendetta against her. Like, I wouldn't even classify that as an ex. That is a fling that never worked out. She informs the boys that she was not a gold digger, she never used him for money, he did not support her family, that he got her gifts from time to time. But she's got more tea. When Usman and Rob ask her if they ever did anything sexually, she informs them never. Both men cannot believe this, just like the rest of us.
Why not?
Exactly. Why not? Jennifer says that she believes that Tim is a freak, so we're not going with the gay excuse anymore. We're past the gay. So what is it? What is it? So Jennifer drops the tea, and you can see how excited Rob is. That's all of us leaning in, because we all want to know what the tea is too. What is wrong with Tim? If he's not gay, is he asexual? Does he watch too much porn like Colty and some of the other freaks?
Wait, you went to a men's strip club?
Yeah.
A men's strip club. So apparently Tim took Jennifer to a men's strip club and paid to have another man give her a lap dance. So he's not gay, but he likes to look at both sexes. So he's bi swinging, hey? Okay. You know, him being a cuck makes total fucking sense. The fact that Tim could never actually do the deed with that girl and always had a list of excuses, which I will get into later in this video, it just seemed a little fishy.
You know, Jasmine territory.
Don't you dare put Jasmine's name in your mouth after everything that you said to that woman at that tell-all. Rob has all the opinions about if you're not banging your wife, someone else will. Where was that logic at the tell-all with the Matt and Gino and Jasmine, Rob? So Rob enlightens us and Jennifer on what a cuck is.
Let a guy.
And Jennifer does not disagree.
That was so confusing.
Right? I don't know. Maybe it's like too much pressure for them to be the one, or maybe they just really like to see their girl satisfied. I don't know.
It's funny how Rob tries to be deep and get into the headspace of others that he could never be in the headspace of, admittedly. But good for him for trying. No, I couldn't do it either. And you know what? Tim had a list of excuses. I think it was on the Between the Sheets episode after. He said that they had almost had sex, but apparently she was terrible at head. And when he flipped her over to do the deed, another one who didn't bring a condom. So it couldn't happen. What is with all these passport bros on this show who can dish out money for gifts to get these women's attention? They can pay for all these flights and visas and all these hotels and all that, but they can't bring fucking condoms? I don't understand the logic. You're traveling to another country to presumably sleep with someone you've never slept with, you don't know their sexual history, and condoms just aren't a thing.
This is embarrassing.
I don't know what to say.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed for you. This is ridiculous.
How many men? How many men? So him for sure. There's wheelchair Brian. I mean, I'm sure there's more. I'm going off topic. I digress. I'm sorry. Let's continue. I mean, I'll be honest. I would have banged her. I would have at least tried. I'm sorry. I would have at least tried without the excuses.
She is hot.
She is hot. So everybody's preparing to go for their activities. Flirting 101 and speed dating. I really think that Chantel should have gone to Flirting 101. We saw her on The Single Life. It was awful. And watching her on her speed dates are going to be awful.
Yeah. You know, I'm so shy that I kind of feel it out.
The boys climb into the van and they're talking about the girls that they like. And Tim just can't keep his mouth shut when he hears that it's Jennifer.
He's always, your ex is...
My ex? He just can't leave it be. He has to make sure everybody knows that he was there first. She's his ex. My God. Can't he just leave it be and just shut his mouth? So the girls are in their bus talking about how Elise hooked up with Rob the night before. She's trying to pretend that she doesn't know who he is, but...
He would be something I would go for, and he texted me the entire night.
So keep this in mind. Apparently Rob had been texting her all night after they parted ways. The boys are being really gross in the bus talking about the things that Elise had said the night prior, and if Elise really did say these things, girl, too much. TMI. It's not making you look good to anybody. You gotta stop.
About the first thing she told me. She's been letting everybody like, And I think said, like, I've been to this resort before, and it was the first time I had anal.
Oh my. That is awful forward. No judgment, but... Of course you would like that she's got a bro personality. Of course Tim would like that she's like talking to one of the bros and that she's got a bro personality. I'm sorry, I can't not make fun of him for being gay. I can't. And you know what? It's fine, because I'm a little bit gay too. But at least I can admit it. So the boys are laughing about how Elise decided to introduce herself.
Introducing yourself like that, bro.
Rob even comments, why do you gotta introduce yourself like that, bro?
That kind of worries me with Elise. We've all only been here for like 2 days. So it seems really early and super forward to be talking about where you've had anal with a bunch of strangers. And I'm thinking...
And now he regrets kissing her on the first date. Oh, look at who's being all cutesy, coy, and demure all of a sudden. But yes, who called that? Who called that? So the gang finally meet up for their speed dating event. And the dating coach tells them...
Don't keep it on the surface and be yourself. Because there's no point in pretending to be someone else while you're here.
To be themselves and not waste time. And I don't think Chantel was listening at all. And then Tim... Instead of looking around at all the women that could be his options, instead, he's looking around at all the men, comparing their physiques. I really don't get him. What are you doing looking at the men for, Tim?
Gay!
Rocky looks like a beach yoga model. Rob is a good-looking dude. These guys are not going to help me at all.
What do you want them to do, man? Not be there? Not exist? So Chantel's whining that when it comes to dating the opposite sex that she's really rusty, and it's because of Pedro. They were married how many years ago, and she still really isn't over it. She claims that she's been doing all this dating, but it really doesn't show as far as experience goes.
Got the girls, poke them out, and maybe I can attract a man.
Chantel, fix your personality. You can't just flop the tits out and expect to attract a quality man. The other group that didn't get to start are down at the beach, and everybody's commingling. And Elise gets an opportunity to overspeak about herself and her insecurities.
Insecure, I think it's just like I'm so scared of getting hurt.
I think Tim even clocked that line of bullshit. Sorry. She tried saying Rob was not someone she would ever go for, but she sniped him and went for him immediately, so that's contradictory. Chantel is blowing it on her dates. It is so uncomfortable to watch. I had secondhand embarrassment and cringe the entire time. The guy that is on the date with her asks what her ex, Pedro, would say about her. And I mean, I think all of us can agree that that super triggered her.
What'd you
Ah, memories. I love that scene. I love that scene. So instead of playing it off like a joke, Chantel admits that Pedro would probably be saying, "Where's my money? Where's my money?" But he doesn't get the joke.
You took my money.
Did you take his money?
I took my money out of the bank account that was...
It was yours, right? I believe.
You know, hopefully it was Chantel's money that she took, and she's not finding this fun.
Yeah, I feel like he still owes me money.
But you can tell he's not finding it fun either.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Alright,
Top 3 things that you don't bring up on a first date. Exes, religion, politics. That's just my opinion. So it's time to switch, and this guy is brutal. Here's to being done. Oh my god. He says to Chantel that was a long 2 minutes.
This speed dating is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm overwhelmed and have 1,000 thoughts running through my head. This speed...
1,000 thoughts or just one thought?
I don't know how to flirt.
Clearly, you should have taken Flirting 101. What the hell were you doing going into speed dating if you don't know how to flirt? You need to learn how to have conversations that aren't awkward and weird. So down at the gathering, we're getting through this, guys. My family or my baby will interrupt me constantly if you're noticing the time change, lack of consistency. So anyway, down at the gathering, Elise wants to know what the beef is between Tim and Jennifer, and because I can't be bothered to go over it tit for tat, we're just going to speed along right through it. Essentially, they're not going to be friends. No one's interested in being friends, and everyone's interested in sabotaging each other, it would seem. Jennifer has a better chance than Tim, though. He can try to sabotage her as much as he wants, saying that she was bad at stuff and that, you know, it's her fault that they didn't sleep together because he didn't bring a condom. She's so pretty, the guys will still try. and I have personal experience with that. An ex in high school tried to sabotage me from hooking up with this guy I really liked, and they took him for a ride to tell him how awful and crazy I was and to stay away from me. Do you think it worked? No, I ended up dating him anyway. But yes, I am crazy. They weren't wrong for warning him. Anyway, Tim's got no shot. I don't know how he's always pulling these really hot women, but he's got the personality of a wet blanket. It's just, he's so dry, and I really don't like the way he's moving. Just be the bigger person. Shut up. Leave Jennifer alone. You started this whole game, and TLC knew what they were doing when they put these two together. And I like Jennifer. That's all I'm going to say. So over at the other event, Flirting 101, Courtney's getting ready, and she's really confused about Usman because she likes him, but she doesn't know if he's interested in her or if he's just being a friend, because he seems like he's flirting with everyone and calling every woman beautiful. So she says that if he wants to keep his options open, she can play the same game. But judging by the previews, it looks like Courtney's going to end up in a love triangle between Usman and Colty. What do you guys think? Who should she pick out of the two, Usman or Colty? So the bad blind dates aren't ending anytime soon. Chantel's next suitor jumps in the hot tub with her, and if we thought the last one was uncomfortable, oh boy, do I have something in store for you. It's like this guy doesn't think that he has to talk. He thinks that he's so good looking he doesn't need to bother, it seems, and Chantel is fumbling the ball big time.
I see your tattoo on your ankle.
Yeah.
So she couldn't help herself. She brings up marriage and then re-triggers herself all over again.
I realized that question was kind of not appropriate for, like, getting to know a person. I wish I could take it back. We're not talking about past relationship.
Way to put your foot in your mouth, Chantel. My God, you really needed to have taken Flirting 101. You are bad at this. And you can tell these guys are just like, what's going on with this chick? Why am I here? Chantel is all in her head, not just because of her past relationship with Pedro, but apparently one of her female friends came out and told her that they had feelings for her, and now Chantel is confused because she doesn't know if she's a lesbian or bi. So you're gonna have to figure that out, dear. And maybe put that at the back of your head if you're on a dating show that you're getting paid to be on. There's a lot of people that would have loved to be in this opportunity. It's quite a privileged position that you're in, and you don't seem like you're enjoying it or appreciating it at all.
Dating facts when you need one.
So, and that's the end, guys. We finally made it. It looks like this is going to be a packed with drama kind of season, and I honestly hope it's good drama that is like entertaining and exciting and not manufactured, frustrating bullshit that we got in The Last Resort. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all of you. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing. Please like the video and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you. Bye.